welcome to the third, and I'm saying third, yes I am saying third, annual, did you know? And I know that you must have been happy hearing that music every time. And and we're talking about space today. Now, it doesn't come up so much, so that's why we're talking about it. And you may know a little more. You may already know, but sometimes you like to just listen and have a good time with us. Back to you.
That sounds good. Yeah, this is the third episode of Did You Know? And we're going to talk about space. And you know what we're going to talk about first? Because we're going to start big. We're going to start with wide angle, right?
Ooh.
What is the biggest thing that we can talk about when we're talking about space?
The universe.
The universe.
Universe.
No, wait. There's something written on our little card here. Universe with a capital U. Now, what's the difference between the universe with a little u, small u, and the universe with a capital U?
A universe with a small u is the observable universe. The universe that we can see. And yes, we are in the middle of it. The capital U is the unobservable universe.
You mean like like everything, whether we can see it or not?
Yes.
Like if there are like 45 dimensions, they would be part of the universe with a capital U, even though we don't even know they're there.
Yes.
So the universe with the capital U is like everything.
Everything.
Even Cleveland is part of the capital U universe, right?
You talked about Cleveland last time.
Is it really? Is it a thing now that I do? Anyway. All right, so we've talked about universe with the capital U. Now let's bring our focus in small. I'm doing a lot of gesturing this time. I'm bringing in gestures. Ooh, that's good too. All right, solar system. Let's talk about our solar system.
Solar system, not so large.
Why do we call
it? It is large.
Well, why do we call it the solar system and not the Earth system?
Well, wait, yeah, because, well,
Did I throw a curveball there?
Well, I need to talk to you.
No whispering. You can just tell me and everybody can hear.
Not talk to you. Well, talk to everyone.
Okay.
Now,
just point.
Well,
there you go.
Some people thought that Earth was in the middle of the solar system.
Is that true? Is it?
No, it is definitely not.
It's not. So what is in the middle of our solar system?
The sun, which is a burning ball of hydrogen gas.
But I have a question for you, young man.
Oh, I love questions.
Go ahead and sit back. Is it really burning like when I burn a match or I burn a fire in the backyard in a fire pit that I bought for $40 at Lowe's? Is it really burning like that, or is it a different kind of burning?
It's a different kind.
Tell me more. What kind of burning is it?
Fusion and fission.
Is it fusion? So it's fusion. What is fusion? Can you give me a rough idea of what hydrogen fusion is?
Atoms smashing together at very high speed, so it creates a new element.
And what element does hydrogen create when it fuses?
Helium.
So you're telling me that the sun, in the middle of our solar system, all that hydrogen is fusing into helium right now, even as we're talking?
Yes. Right. No.
So wait. Got another question for you. What happens when it uses up all of its hydrogen? What happens then?
It has to start using helium.
And can it use helium? Can helium fuse?
It has to.
It does, right?
It does fuse.
Yeah.
But the sun needs to turn into a red giant.
Oh, so as part of that process of switching from hydrogen to helium, it'll become a red giant. It'll like expand
past the Earth's orbit.
And then the Earth is like gone, right?
Not gone. The rocky core will still be there.
So, is that going to happen like next year or something, or?
No, it's going to happen in billions of years.
So we don't have to worry about that for a while.
Yes.
It's definitely. I mean, I still have to file my taxes next year and everything because it's not going to happen that fast.
Not going to.
So there's other planets though, right?
Yes, there is.
And some of them are behind us here. There's the solar system. Hey, wait a minute. I have a question about that sign.
Oh.
Speed limit, 186,000 MPS. What are they talking about?
186,000 miles per second.
Is the speed of what?
Light.
Light goes 186,000 miles in 1 second?
Actually, it goes a little faster. They just squeezed it in there.
They rounded it off.
Yes.
So, I think you're lying. What, light can go 186,000 miles in 1 second?
As you see the light hitting me right now, it takes not even a second. And let me tell you a cool thing about light.
Please.
It moves you.
It moves you?
Just sit still for a second.
That's all I'm going to do.
It's moving you by just a photon. Just a photon. I can't.
Photon is bouncing off me right now?
Yeah, but that's not a photo.
All right, let's move on to the next topic. The
Moving
sun
on.
is a star, right?
Yes, it is.
So tell me a little bit about stars. What are there, big stars and little stars and?
Yes, there is big stars and little stars. Sometimes smaller stars can orbit larger stars.
That is so cool. So like star on star action, sort of like zooming around each other.
Uh-huh.
So
that
wait,
would be 2 stars on one planet.
what is the force that keeps those stars orbiting each other?
Gravity.
Gravity.
But it is not a force at all.
Wait a minute, I have a demonstration, and you can tell people how gravity works.
I actually knew you were going to do this.
We did prepare, I'm going to be honest, we did prepare it a little bit, kind of.
Yes, but watch very, very closely.
So the first thing we have to establish is this represents space, right?
Space-time.
Now, I have a question for you, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Smarty pants.
Now, I thought space was just a big empty thing. So you're telling me space is a thing?
Well, dark matter and dark energy.
Right, but space itself is a thing, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy crazy talk. So if this is space,
Crazy talk.
this thing,
Yeah.
and then we take a
green
big
is
heavy
space.
star in it with a lot of mass, and we put it in the middle,
Yes.
what is it doing to that space?
It's warping it.
It's warping the space, so just being there is bending that space, right?
Yes.
Now put the Earth next to the sun and see what happens.
Bend.
Put the Earth next to the sun. So it's attracted to it.
Mm-hmm.
So did the sun reach out and grab the Earth and pull it in?
It did not do. Let me show you what it did not do.
Okay.
And you don't have to use that.
Okay.
When I place the Earth here,
Uh-huh.
it did not do. It did not do that.
Okay, so what it did was the space being bent just made them kind of draw together, right?
Attract to it.
So gravity is the attraction of two objects to each other in curved space.
Curved space-time.
Curved space-time, that's right. That is so wacky. That is so cool. I know. The wacky thing. Let's do the wacky thing. Wacky.
Yeah, that's going to be the new school word.
So wait a minute. Let's imagine for a second that instead of our sun, which is so nice and gentle and kind to us, that it was like a ginormous sun. A sun so big that it took this and like bent it way down here. What would you call
Pretend
that?
That would be, well, that would not be a black hole.
Oh, okay.
It would be a massive star.
Okay.
A very huge star. A black hole is when a sun is when a huge star like that turns into a bigger star, a red giant,
Okay.
a red superstar giant,
Okay.
and then it starts collapsing, as everybody probably knows.
After it uses up its fuel, right? It starts to
after
collapse.
it uses up everything and it turns to iron.
Well, it burns through the elements. It turns helium into carbon, and then carbon into, I believe, iron, and then it runs out of fuel, basically, because it can't fuse anymore. And then without that heat pushing back against gravity, it starts to collapse, right? And so when it starts to collapse...
Pushing back against gravity.
Yeah, and when it starts to collapse in on itself, and there isn't any heat pushing back out, there's nothing to stop it. It just keeps collapsing forever
That's a black hole.
Then that's a black hole.
It collapses and collapses. The remnants of the star itself, all of the things, when it turns into a black hole, it gets sucked in. And sometimes scientists believe that black holes are actually portals because of the law of energy. It can't use it up. It can't destroy things.
Very good point. So the law of conservation of energy says that nothing can be destroyed or taken out of the system of the universe with a capital U, right? So if something is sucked into a black hole and it can't escape, that kind of breaks that rule, right? Because it's being taken out of the system. So there's a theory that instead of that material being lost into a black hole forever, that it actually goes somewhere else. So that it's not lost. It's just transported to another part of the universe with a capital U.
Or well, it's a little like a wormhole, but
Yes,
it's
a
much
wormhole.
more powerful.
Yes, and that would be like, that would mean that the black hole is so intense and it warps space so much. Like imagine if this weighed as much as like, the Empire State Building. And it bent this down so far that it just actually broke through into another place in space. Crazy, right?
Itself? Broke itself into
Yes.
another place?
It's like it actually broke through the fabric of space. Like space is a big fabric or something. Amazing, right? Can I ask you another question? Can you tell me about a quasar? You ever heard of a quasar?
Yes.
They're crazy, right?
They're crazy bright! Bright out. You don't... If you have sunglasses and you look at it, sunglasses are not enough.
Well, what's the other thing about quasars is they're really far away, right?
Yes.
They're enormously far away, like at the edge of the universe with a small u.
Oh,
Tell me about what's a
Yeah.
galaxy? I've heard this word galaxy. What's a galaxy?
a galaxy is many solar systems, many planets, many stars in one large area. And and I don't know why it has color to it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, different light and stuff like that. So, are we in a galaxy right now?
Yes, we are.
What's the name of our galaxy?
The Milky Way.
Oh, that's kind of nice. What's the next galaxy closest
And
to it? What's our
also
neighbor?
and also a name of candy.
It's a candy bar galaxy, which I kind of like.
And it's also a whirlpool galaxy.
Ooh, kind of like spinning, one of those. So what's the galaxy that's closest to us?
Andromeda.
That is another cool name. You know what I heard? Andromeda and the Milky Way are going to crash into each other. Right.
Yeah.
But you still have to file your taxes because it's not going to happen next year. It'll be like, billions. Go ahead, say billions the way you like to say it. Hey, you think we broke the equipment, the sound equipment, by yelling like that? We should probably not do that anymore.
All right. Billions.
Carter, in the middle of a galaxy, in the middle of a galactic core, what would I find? In the center of a galaxy.
An unactive black hole.
A black hole?
A huge one.
A huge black hole?
Larger than a star collapsing.
In the middle of every galaxy? That is so cool.
There is one in the middle of the Milky Way. Maybe it'll destroy itself before it can even crash into Andromeda.
Well, I know that if Andromeda isn't careful when it comes bebopping over to our part of the universe with a small u, it's going to get sucked right into that black hole.
But what if its black hole is fired up as well?
What if Battle of the Black Holes?
What if there was a few galaxies?
What if it was Network Battle of the Black Holes? And it was like B-grade celebrities kind of fighting it out in a black hole? No. Never mind, I lost you, didn't I? Hi, how you doing? I'm your dad. Nice to meet you.
I know about that. I know you're my dad.
So tell me something. When you have a galaxy and I see a bunch of stars in it, is there stuff in the galaxy that I can't see with the telescope?
Yes.
There is. What would that be?
Well, the solar system, as we can see behind us, that's kind of how far we can see. We can't see Pluto. We can hardly see Neptune. Well, there's going to be a Pluto encounter in 2015. Satellite's already been launched. Oh, wait.
Yeah. tell me
We
more.
forgot to talk about something.
Did we miss something?
Yes, and when I was about to say interstellar space,
Oh, talk about that. Tell me about that.
well, we're talking about the Voyager spacecraft.
The Voyager spacecraft?
Uh-huh.
That's like a made-up thing, like a science fiction story or something, right?
No, it is not. It just left the heliopause.
Wait a minute. A heliopause?
Yes, the sun's...
Schmeliopause?
the-
You gotta tell me what a heliopause
Heliopause!
is. Tell me what a heliopause is, dude. What's a
The
heliopause?
suns bubble around the planets.
It's like the limit of the sun's magnetic field, right?
Yes, it is.
That is super crazy. And the Voyager spacecraft, this thing that I don't even believe exists that I think you just made up, left the heliopause?
Yes.
So that thing's been flying for a long time, right?
Yes, and it's running and it was launched in 1977. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2.
So how old were you in 1977?
I wasn't even alive.
Me either.
Really?
Anyway, well, no, yeah, I was alive, barely.
Early.
Okay, I was very alive in 1977. But the point is that what did the Voyager spacecraft do in between 1977 and when it left the heliopause just recently?
A few years ago.
Yeah, what did it do? What was its mission?
Its mission was to fly by the planets and take pictures and do some and it was running that far,
Yeah.
not because it had solar panels. Solar panels are now being used on Earth, and they're also some satellites have that, but the Voyager spacecraft, both of them doesn't. They have plutonium-238.
Plutonium? Well, there's
Yes.
uranium-238, but it used plutonium as its power source.
Yes, a power source.
So it's never going to run out. It has power forever, right?
No, as it decays, it gets more powerful, and they have to turn off their science instruments. But that would be about 2025. That's only a few years. That's quite a while away.
So as
This
it,
is only 2013.
even though that thing is past Pluto and past the heliopause, they can still talk to it? They
Well,
still get radio messages from it every once in a while?
yeah, every once in a while, when the signature of the sun's gravity went, that's its detect.
Oh, you mean the sun's magnetic field?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
heliopause,
The heliopause. They detected that.
and it went, yoop.
Do you think it's sending back messages like, "Hello, Earth. This is Voyager. It's really, really cold out here. Please
No.
send a jacket or something."
It can't send a jacket. Let's talk about the golden record on it.
Please do. What golden record are you talking
Sounds from the Earth.
about? Really? It's on the Voyager spacecraft?
Yes, and they would not choose anybody but kids. Some voices of them were set on a record onto the spacecraft, and the record player was set onto the spacecraft. And the slingshot effect carried it past the planets. They knew it was going to escape
Right, eventually after it finished its mission.
eventually, but
So-
it's not out
So
officially yet.
so if by chance an alien found the Voyager
And
and they played this record, they'd know a lot about us, right?
And
Yeah.
Voyager has not left the solar system, even though it's left the heliopause. It's
Oh.
not left it.
Because there's another barrier of the solar system, right? What's that called? That
The
outer
comet Oort cloud,
the Oort cloud, that's right.
one of the only ones around the solar systems.
And how long before it leaves the Oort cloud?
Maybe not. A while, a very long time. Voyager 2, if it hasn't got past, well, Voyager 2 is farther. If there was one that is coming back around and coming past Pluto's orbit, it's coming toward the sun. That wouldn't be a good thing.
Okay. All right. No, I think they're going to just keep blasting out into space.
They,
That's the thing about space. If something doesn't slow you down, you just keep going and going and going and going and going and going.
and remember when I said lickety split.
I do remember that. That's like a trademark for our show now. In fact,
Yes.
I think our Did You Know t-shirts should all say lickety split on them. We should wear Did You Know t-shirts next time for
Maybe.
our show.
Maybe I could wear my lab coat next time.
So
What's
I
that
haven't.
sound?
I have no idea. So my next question.
Was it the blast off for the rocket that we set this show on?
Probably not. But I do have a question for you. Are there aliens out there in space?
Well, well, most kids think no, there's no. But I do. I think that we can't be the Earth can't be the only ones with life on it.
In the
At
whole
least
universe?
bacteria might be out there.
In the whole universe, yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many stars. Do you know how many stars there are, just like in our galaxy?
more than billions, more than trillions, infinite.
I
Well,
love that
no,
word.
no, no, no. I was talking about the universe.
Is infinite, yeah.
The galaxy has billions, maybe trillions.
So
Gonna get my water.
I heard this wacky thing.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
Sure.
Oh no! Oh, it's spilling. It's spilling.
That's all right. Hey, I heard this wacky thing. You know what I heard?
Mm.
Go ahead and have a sip while
What?
I carry the show for a minute. I heard this wacky thing that the universe is expanding, and that the universe is actually not like still, but it's actually expanding. You may want to take a quicker sip. All right, there you go. You know, I just want to talk for a second about hydration. Hydration is very important. It's good for the body, it cleans out the blood. So remember, always get 8 to 12 glasses of water a day. Hi,
I love water.
feeling better?
Yes.
Okay, so I heard the universe is expanding. Tell me more. Is it okay, here's a question I bet you probably know the answer to. If the universe is expanding and the universe is everything, then what's it expanding into?
Well, some people like to. Oh no! It's spilling out.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. Go ahead, keep answering
I
the
don't
question.
want that book about the solar system to get all wet.
It's okay.
I will have to clean this up.
Carter, stay with me.
All right.
We're the talent. We don't have to clean up. So Carter, if
What?
the universe is expanding, what's it expanding into?
Some people like to use the balloon strategy, but scientists think that is not a good way because what is it expanding into, and that's the question we're asking.
So you know what I heard? That you shouldn't think of it as a balloon expanding into a room because
wasn't
then the next
thinking of
question
that.
is, where's the room?
Where's
You
the
think
room?
of it as the universe is already infinite, and what's expanding is the space in between everything is expanding.
and
That's what I
then
heard. I read that on like a bubblegum wrapper, I think, Bazooka Joe Comics. It was really cool. Or maybe it was the Discovery Channel or
it was
something
Discovery.
like that. Something like that, yeah.
But please don't try to get to the Discovery Channel from this and learn more about that. Don't laugh that loud into your mic. It
Thank
might
you.
break.
Thank you. Important safety tip.
Beep.
So, Carter, I have another question for you. What is a quasar?
A quasar. Oh, wait. We already talked about this.
Well, we didn't answer that question of what a quasar is.
I
Can I tell you a story about quasars?
yes.
One of my favorite stories? Okay, this is a great
Tell me.
science story. When they first discovered quasars in the 60s, there were these incredibly bright, small, relatively small objects at the very edge of the universe that they could see. And
They
people
said-
had all kinds
and
of...
then-
yeah?
And then when someone pointed their high-power telescope out that and they saw it, the scientist said, "Ouch!
Maybe.
That hurt my eyes."
Maybe they said ouch, but they did have a lot of questions about what it was, and they came up with all these exotic theories of what a quasar could be.
Ooh, what is it?
And you know what it turned out to be?
Is it something like magic? Is it?
I think magic was proposed somewhere.
Is it?
That guy lost his grant, but it was proposed, yes.
Is it like a show?
It could be a television show out there in the universe with the lights.
Maybe it could be a show
Yeah.
that has magic in it or something.
But you know what they actually are?
They said like My Little Pony.
I'm not sure anybody thought that, but do you know what they actually are? They are the black holes in the center of galaxies. But if you see them sort of edge on so that the like stuff, the sort of like jets of energy that are coming out of the ends are pointed towards you, that's a quasar. Isn't that wacky?
wacky.
I know, it is. Wait, are you doing the wacky?
Wacky.
Yeah.
Wacky. No, you do this. Wacky.
All right, I'll work on that for next time.
Wacky.
So, Carter, what's our next show going to be about, do you think?
I don't know. We have time.
We have time to talk about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. And we might do a holiday show.
Yeah, when it's time.
Yeah.
Wait, next month is December. This is November. Yeah, holiday special is next. The next show is
The holiday special. That is
Uh-huh.
going to be whacktastic.
The best gifts to buy for all of your special occasions.
I like that. Could space gifts be purchased?
Probably.
Hey.
Maybe the moon in my room.
Have you ever been to the Goddard Space Flight Center?
Yes, and I was thinking about getting a model rocket and testing it out when they have rocket launching there.
That is a great idea.
And there's
They do
some
have rocket
rockets
launching there.
there. There's some rockets that you can look at.
They have like a gift shop and stuff, but they also have
Yeah, with
some really cool
with
things. You can do.
rockets with motors in them.
Yes.
I like it.
And they also have that garden with all the like real rockets that, you know.
Yes, and the huge white one, you can see that even when you're pulling into the spot. It's sticking up.
Mm-hmm.
It's higher than the museum itself, the center itself.
That is really cool. And they also have some really cool demonstrations of how gravity works and light and things like that. I love to go to the Goddard Space Flight Center. It's awesome. And did you know that they're launching rockets into space from Virginia? There's the private rockets are being launched from Virginia. We've talked about that.
Yeah, and there's a orbital one. Maybe it's a lunar one. It's coming.
What?
It's coming in an evening this month. It's called the Minotaur 5.
And did you know that there's a comet coming by pretty soon?
Yes. I don't know. I forgot its name. Yes, it's coming. It's coming on Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? And it's brightest on Thanksgiving. When you have Thanksgiving dinner, please remind your guests or your family.
To go outside.
To go
Remind them to go
outside.
outside. Yeah, and look at the.
Comet.
Yes, that's right. And so that is something about space. A comet, a visitor from the Oort cloud that we talked about earlier, zooming by our planet. It may be bright, it may not be bright, but it is going to be coming by. It is going to be coming by in right around Thanksgiving time this year, 2013, in case this is viewed in some future time. Well, we just got the sign to wrap up the show. So, Carter, I want to thank you for another fantastic Did You Know? Thanks again.
Thanks. And thanks to you for watching this amazing show with us. I hope you watch our next episode where it's going to be the holiday special, the best gifts to buy for any special occasion, any holiday, any time.
Not just for Carter either. You know, it's gifts for other people as well.
Yes.
Thanks again for coming for tuning in and letting us talk to you for a few minutes. And have a great day.
Have a great day and a great time of. Oh yeah. Bye.